On to NASA, guys. NASA calling off its second launch attempt today for its new moon rocket because of yet another fuel leak. You're looking at a live look at the launch pad there. NASA administrators say the launch will be off until October if the rocket has to return to the hangar for repairs. Chief Meteorologist Betsy Kling, she's been in Cape Canaveral all week following the launch attempts for Artemis 1. She was there tonight for the disappointing news.
Artemis mission leaders calling this an inadvertent overpressurization of a quick disconnect valve in an 8-inch fuel line. Basically, they blew a gasket. They popped the seal where the fuel goes into the rocket. They don't know the extent of the damage of the hardware, but now it may be some time until Artemis 1 can fly.
We're not going to launch until it's right. And that is standard operating procedure, and will continue to be.
Today's second attempt at launching NASA's new mega moon rocket scrubbed after a leaky liquid hydrogen connection halted fueling the rocket.
We saw a large leak at the 8-inch quick disconnect today. It was characterized as a large leak by our operations team.
This following technical problems that crept up early Monday during NASA's first launch attempt, which was also scrubbed. The rocket, a decade in the making, is the most powerful ever built in order to take humans back to and beyond the moon, a feat not attempted since the 1970s.
Let's talk to everybody else that's gone back to the moon in the last 50 years and see how hard it was for them. And I say, oh wait, no one else has tried to put humans on the moon in the last 50 years. So it's hard to do, and we need to do it right, especially on this first mission.
Technical problems and potential weather issues notwithstanding, time may not be on their side. NASA's launch windows calculated to maximize resources for the 1.3 million mile journey.
Depending on the required work at the pad or whether we do it in the vehicle assembly building, that'll determine the exact schedule, but it's several weeks of work. It's really too early to say exactly how many days.
Mission manager Mike Serafin saying that they are going to look at automating that part of the countdown procedure where the pressurization of those fuel lines takes place. Now they have to decide what they're going to do with the rocket. Do they leave it on the launch pad where they can do additional tanking tests, or do they roll it back to the vehicle assembly building in order to get out of the weather? One thing overriding all of this, they only have 25 days until critical batteries need replaced for the flight termination system, and that has to be done in the vehicle assembly building. From Kennedy Space Center, Betsy Kling, 3 News.